Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zari and you guys are watching Finance Square. Now in today's video, I want to discuss about the fear and greed index and why we should now consider maybe reducing those high leverage from leverage 20, 50 to maybe even not using leverage, maybe even looking at taking some profit. So I'm going to be going over certain data to maybe make you understand that this rally cannot continue without an end. There's gonna be an end, and when that end comes, you're gonna be literally making profit, making from 100%, 400%, 600%, 1000%. You're gonna be so confident you're gonna go one day all in one position. On that day you're gonna go all in. That's when there's gonna be a correction. That's how you lost a few months gain in one day. So again, this video is just to guys to remind you that this market is very tough and rough, and you need to really look sometime at the data to obviously to say, you know what, I made those profits, it's time for me to maybe remove those gains, maybe take a break from the market. So I'm going to go over some data, explain to you why I feel the end is near. So stay tuned. So we're going to go over the indicator. We're going to be reviewing crypto fear. I'm also going to be providing some price range. I haven't done price range for the leading cryptocurrencies. I'm going to be giving you some realistic price range for the next week or so. So first, let's go over the crypto fear greed index. So what does the crypto fear and greed index measure? So the crypto market behavior is very emotional. People tend to go greedy when the market is rising, which result in FOMO. Also, people often sell the coin in irrational reaction of seeing a red number. With our fear and greed index, we try to save you from your own emotional overreaction. There are two simple assumptions. Extreme fear can be sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. When investors are getting too greedy, that's when the market is due for a correction. Simple as that. Now, we're looking now at BYBT index, and based on their resource, it literally said that it's based on 25% on volatility, 25% on market momentum, 15% on social media, 15% on survey, and 10% on dominance, and 10% on Google Trend. All right, so right now, just for you guys to understand where we at, we are in a very dangerous zone. So right now the fear index is through the roof. I'm talking about 93 out of 100. This is a very high number. Now, the last time we almost reached this number was around, if I'm looking here, was around the 26th of June, where Bitcoin was almost $12,000. And then the following few weeks and months, we saw Bitcoin going from almost $11,000. So let's see here, from almost $12,000 to literally, you see here guys, it went down to $6,000, $6,700 by March. So again, this is a very, very risky zone. If you're going now all in, don't do it. Don't do it. Now, this is one of the main indicators. So this is why I wanted to really review it, because I really have a feeling that we're due to a correction, and I'm seeing a lot of people that are really just taking high leverage to just keep buying. And I think if you already made a lot of money, it's time for you guys to maybe take all your profit and maybe just leave some of those initial investment in a non-leveraged position. I repeat, non-leveraged position, therefore no margin, no future, just pure holding the coin. So another thing I actually want to highlight is the following. So this is literally show you the real-time future market. So actually measure to understand how much open interest there is. So I did the math. There's almost $6 billion worth of future position that was open over the last 24 hours, or has been carried forward of the last 24 hours. Out of the almost $6 billion, 1.72 was a loss, which means in theory we're talking about almost 25%. That is a lot of money. So basically 1 in 4 in the last 24 hours that actually had a position that was open lost money. The last 24 hours, people lost money was related to having a long position, so they were very bullish on the market, and that's how much 84% was related to long. So you can see here Binance, and they made like, I don't know, they had like $884 million liquidation, Bybit, Wildberries, OKX, and then you obviously have the rest of them. Now, another thing that I want to highlight, that the highest liquidation we ever had was on, from what I can see here, was in January, where there was $2.5 billion. Now, I don't know why I have this in my mind, a $10 billion liquidation. Again, it's not possible because the 24 hours open interest is $6 billion. So in this case, that was over like 33 or maybe even 40% of all position literally lost money on that day. So again, I feel that we're on the wrong track of literally being over leveraged and being too confident, and seeing day after day the market going up and up and up, that we literally are taking more risk, and when we take more risk, that's when we lose the most money. Now, another thing I also want to cover is this. There's right now a switch or a change on those platform and exchanges. So again, we're looking at the funding rate for perpetual swap. So if it's red, meaning now there's a change in the market sentiment. So again, let's look here. So funding rate. So a black color is neutral funding rate, a green color is bullish, and funding rate that is above 0.01 are red color, which means a bearish strong momentum. So right now we're seeing, based on Bitcoin, there's right now a bearish movement almost on all platforms, and you can see the same thing is on Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, XRP, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic. So literally almost all cryptocurrency are having a bearish momentum, which means that right now, if you were to go to their order book, you'll see that most of the order book are shorting instead of buying. Now again, this is probably because yesterday we had a little bit of flash crash. So we saw Ethereum drop to 1,780, then we even saw a little bit of correction in Bitcoin, a very sharp movement. So again, I think people are now maybe realizing that this market cannot keep going as it has been. And again, we had over the weekend, we have Elon Musk is saying that right now Bitcoin is a bit too high. So again, I think people are realizing that this was maybe their Christmas present, just kept giving and giving and giving. And right now people actually are considering to really take a step back and look at all the possibility. Now I'm going to be actually reviewing the different price range for cryptocurrency. We're now reviewing Ethereum against dollar, and as you see here, Ethereum dropped to 1,780 from almost $2,000. And again, so I believe that Ethereum gonna have a correction. It doesn't really help you guys, but I think that around 1,660 or 1,670, this is the price range that Ethereum needs to retouch before we see any further continuation. And again, so the forecast is, worst case scenario is 1,660. On the midterm, I'm seeing around 1,780. Again, you have to retouch this price range. Now we're looking at Binance. Binance has been pushing the barrier, really making a lot of money, and with this new DeFi movement that are being built on top of Binance Smart Chain, really help push the price of Binance. Now also I want to mention that for those that are thinking about staking their Ethereum, one of the, I would say, side effects of staking Ethereum, you're not able to redeem it. As long as it's been staked, you're not able to redeem it until a future date. So what Binance did is actually something super cool, is they're gonna enable you to stake your Ethereum, and they're gonna give you in return a wrap Ethereum made by Binance for you to obviously to trade and do whatever you need to do. And if you have those equivalent of one-to-one Ethereum made by Binance, you can obviously go and redeem it at a future stage. So what Binance did is they created a replica or derivative of Ethereum to enable users to actually have staked their Ethereum to also still be participating and trading, which is amazing, which again increased the value of Binance and BNB and the whole ecosystem. Now, if you haven't seen my video where I actually said that Binance is going to reach $1,000 on the 8th of February, I highly recommend you to watch it, because in the next 5 years, Binance is certain to reach this price range. Again, when I made that video, the price of Binance was $71. I never thought that Binance would go from $71 to almost $400 within 2 weeks or 12-13 days. Again, it's really premature to price. Again, it's not really premature because of DeFi movement really increased the value of Binance. When it comes to looking at the price range for Binance, again, I'm richly giving a more dark price range, if you want to call it, where I think Binance or BNB need to go down to around 180 or 160 to be really sustainable. So this is my price correction for Binance for the next week or so before you can see any further market continuation of a rally. Now the next one I want to cover is ADA. ADA now is literally trading at all-time high, which is amazing. Now, so yesterday from what I can see here, ADA touched 1.19, and again, we're seeing so much money being flowing, and I'm seeing people that are putting in coin that hasn't been active for so long, or it's really becoming out of control. Now, I'm not saying that ADA is out of control, I'm just saying that because there's so much money pouring in and people making a lot of money just by throwing the money at the top 20 or top 30 cryptocurrency, I think that at some point we're going to see a correction. So if there's going to be a correction for ADA, I think ADA will retouch around I would say between $1, which would be a very good condition, which means a drop of 11%. Worst case scenario, we're talking about 81 cents. Again, we're talking about worst case scenario. Now the next coin that I'd like to cover is DOT. So basically we're talking about Polkadot. So Polkadot broke another record the other day. We're looking at $42, and for my price at $35.5, and in the worst case scenario I'm looking at $28. Again, this is gonna be a very nice correction when this will happen. These are the range to look for. Again, if you're gonna go all in shorting it, it's probably not recommended. You should obviously be a bit conservative. Again, we are in a rally momentum, and I'm just foreseeing a correction. I want you guys to think, if now you're gonna go into a large position and there's gonna be a correction, just for you to understand, you can see this going all the way down. So this is something for you guys to remember. Now we cover now Polkadot. Let's look at our next coin. The next coin that we're looking at is XRP. So XRP price range is was this price actually already projected and thought it will reach. So again, this is on Kraken. So we're looking at XRP dollar. So I really think that XRP is gonna go back to 48 cents to 40. This will be my price range. And again, he already had a slight correction. He went to 42. So XRP in the near future, I'm foreseeing a correction to between 48 cents to 40 cents. This is my projection. All right, so we're looking now at Uniswap. So Uniswap has been doing so well. Now, yesterday we're looking at $33 per token, and right now we're seeing a little bit of correction. The price of Uni is around $29. So to be on the safe side, so I believe that Uni can really reach $24. So from $29 to $24. And again, in case there's a big sell-off, you can even touch $21. Again, I'm trying to put some fear in the trade because we've been trading and making money in just one direction, and it's time for the market to collect all those gains, and I want you guys to be ready for when this comes. Now the next one I'm going to be looking is at Chainlink or Link. So Chainlink is due to a correction, so right now it's trading at $33. It was $36 a day, and I really think that Chainlink is supposed to touch $30, or that is the price range I'm foreseeing for the next few days or a week or so. This is the range, so basically a 12% correction from the current price. Bitcoin is really pushing the boundaries, and again, you need to remember that it was 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, where Elon Musk, or CEO of Tesla, basically told us that his company has purchased Bitcoin of value of $1.5 billion. So they bought, I think, around $37,000, and since then the price just kept going up. Now that $1.5 billion they generated, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm looking at the numbers, they made over, I think, $300 million just in 2 weeks, and this is probably equivalent to the whole profit that the company made by selling cars. So I'm not sure how does it work, if they're allowed to sell everything or not, but if I invested in something and I made within 2 weeks $300 million, I'll be definitely looking at cashing out and then basically taking this money and then to reinvest either in my business or to maybe buy the competitors. So the price range for Bitcoin, just looking at it, is I'm really need to see a very nasty correction. For me, a nasty correction is supposed to be that Bitcoin is supposed to go below $50,000 and possibly even touching at $48,000. Now, once you make those profits, so let's say that you were smart enough to look at the cashing out or spotting the exact all-time high, and then you made those profits, what is next? Now, one of the things is that once you trade in cryptocurrency and make those gains, it's very hard to look at those traditional markets. Again, traditional market, maybe except the last 12 months, does not generate you 100%. Again, if you look at Tesla, you made, I think, 700% gain last year. You have also Zoom, you have a cannabis related stock that also was very profitable in the last 12 months. So the idea is that we here in this channel, we're going to be looking at moving from one industry to another. When we find and we think that we reach those the top, we want to take those profit and look at reinvesting it in other sector. So for the past few weeks, I've been generating and creating for you guys a specific video where I did a video about investing in e-commerce. So then I made another video called investing in gaming industry. So I'm going to make another video probably today or tomorrow where I'm going to be talking about investing in CRISPR. So yeah, so my next video that I'm going to be publishing is about CRISPR or gene editing. Again, I'm creating this content for you guys to be able to diversify your investment and not just rely on cryptocurrency. So again, I'm trying to really give you as much information as possible for you guys to have all the tools that you guys need to be able to shift your investment from one place to another just to keep your investment growing. So I'm just here to collect data to present to you guys, and hopefully you guys are able to do some further investment and research and find what's best work for you guys. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Until next time, bye bye.